Come with me as we walk through and tour some of the top neighborhoods to live in St. Albert in the summertime. It's a beautiful day in June, the sun is shining, and it's the perfect day for us to show you what St. Albert's all about. And stick around to the end because the last neighborhood that I'm going to show you has something very unique that you won't find anywhere else in all of St. Albert. If you're new to the channel, hello, my name's Evan and I'm a residential realtor here in St. Albert. I also service the Edmonton area. And if you're thinking about buying or selling a property in the area, then feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is going to be in the description below. I help people just like you every single week, and I'd be more than happy to have a conversation, see if we'd be a good fit to work together. Now let's get into the video and show you exactly what St. Albert looks like in the summer. So I decided to take a little risk here today, and I pulled out my longboard that I haven't used since I was probably 15, and I'm gonna ride that around instead of driving everywhere because it's a beautiful day. But if I wipe out, I think I'll probably just keep it in the video. I think that'd be funny. Hopefully I don't wipe out because I got the drone on my shoulder and I don't want to break it. But the first neighborhood that we're heading to right now is Woodlands, and that's actually where I went to kindergarten and was raised as a young buck. It is definitely beautiful and it's very close to the trails that I'm on right now. So I'll see you guys there. So this house behind me right here is actually the house that my parents raised me on until kindergarten. And I'm kind of taking a trip down memory lane right now. So why did Woodlands make this list? Well, Neil M. Ross right there and Kenosha right there, those are two elementary schools. Kenosha is public, Neil M. Ross is Catholic. Those are right in the heart of Woodlands, and I just came from the trails by the skate park and the spray park, and it took me 2 minutes to longboard here. 2 minutes. So Woodlands is very close to the river, close to those two things, the spray park and the skate park. And right now I'm in the biggest park in Woodlands. It's called Woodlands Park, and it is absolutely massive. There's a outdoor hockey rink right there. There's some outdoor tennis courts and soccer fields everywhere in here. And it is just beautiful. And one of the nice things about Woodlands is that the houses here are like custom built, very unique style homes that were built in the 70s and 80s, and you won't really see two homes exactly the same in Woodlands, which is really nice. It gives you a really good and authentic feel while you drive through, and maybe it holds a special place in my heart because I was raised here, but it's just a really good location, and the trees are nice and mature, the houses are beautiful, and in the summertime you really can't go wrong, especially being that close to the river and the trails. River Lot 56 is right down the road. Yeah, if you want to get out in nature, enjoy the sun, Woodlands is a great place to start. The nice thing about Woodlands is if you're a family with young kids, you can pretty much buy a house anywhere in Woodlands and you can walk your kids to elementary school. It's a fairly small neighborhood. The schools are right in the middle, and it's St. Albert, it's really safe. So I mean, they can walk to school on their own or you can walk them there, but that's a pretty nice bonus as well, I would say. Okay, so now I'm gonna take you through a little ride through the streets of Woodlands so you can see what the houses look like, what the streets look like, and then we're gonna make our way over to the next neighborhood on the list. Quickly mention the average prices in the area so you kind of know what to expect if you plan to buy here. Single family average price in the last 6 months was $508,000, and there's actually a fair selection of townhomes in Woodlands as well, and those go for an average of $254,000. So I just rode my longboard across the river, and now I'm going through the river trails to get to Braeside. The nicest thing about Braeside is it's right on the river. If you're lucky, you might find a house backing onto this ravine in Braeside, and that would be a treat. No neighbors behind you, and this lush green forest in the summertime. Now, Braeside is really considered one of the most desirable neighborhoods in St. Albert because the location is right on the river, and it has nice, big, beautiful, mature trees. You can walk to the farmer's market in the summer from here, and if you just go through the river trails and cross the bridge, you can get to the St. Albert Mall pretty quickly as well. Because it's so desirable, that also means that there are a fair amount of infills that have went in Braeside. There's two sections of Braeside. There's Upper Braeside, which is on the hill, and then there's Lower Braeside, which is where I'm at right now, right along the river trails. Because of Lower Braeside's location being right along the river, the houses in here are a little bit more expensive, but there's a wide variety of homes in Braeside, both updated older bungalows, brand new infills, and then nice character homes like the ones I will show you right now. Now, if you have the budget for it and you can find a home for sale in Braeside Estates, that's the more higher end area of Braeside where you'll find estate style homes right along the river in a beautiful treed area. I'll show you what that looks like right now. So I'm breathing pretty heavy right now, and it made me think to mention Braeside's very hilly. Pretty much the entire neighborhood is on a hill. So if you're planning to live in Upper Braeside and bike down to the river often in the summer, guarantee you by the fall, your legs are gonna be nice and toned. Now there are a fair amount of affordable homes in Braeside as well. If you go to Upper Braeside and you find an older bungalow that's maybe a little bit dated, needs a bit of work, probably looking to spend anywhere from $400 to $450. You want one of those that's updated. Nowadays, those are going for $500 to $550 for an updated 1960s, 1970s bungalow in Braeside. Braeside is strictly single family homes. There's no townhouses or apartments in there, and the average sale price over the last 6 months was $503,000. And the last thing that I'll mention about Braeside before we move to the next neighborhood is the ravine. There is a ravine running all the way from the top to the bottom of Braeside. It actually starts in Forest Lawn, which is where we're gonna go next. So I'll take you through the ravine while we make our way to Forest Lawn. Like I said, there's lots of hills in Braeside and the ravine is no exception. I need to get in shape. I'm walking down the trail through the Braeside ravine right now, and check out this bridge in the forest. Absolutely beautiful. Great place to live in the summer in St. Albert. Okay, now we are in the Forest Lawn ravine, and it's just as beautiful, a little bit less hilly, and there's a ravine actually going through it. The other one, I don't know if you can call it a ravine, it's more just a forest trail. Usually doesn't have water flowing through it, but we had a big rainstorm last week or 2 weeks ago, and I saw some videos on Facebook of just water absolutely flowing down this thing, which I've never actually seen before. So why did Forest Lawn make this list? Well, besides the beautiful ravine that I just showed you, it's called Forest Lawn for a reason, and that is, it feels like a forest in here. In the summertime, the trees create this beautiful canopy over top of the roads, and I'll show you what that looks like. Big, beautiful trees like this do come with their downsides. These trees have pretty strong roots, and those roots can make their way into the sewer lines and cause them to back up. So if you live in Forest Lawn or any of the other older neighborhoods in St. Albert, it's a good idea. You can call the city once a year to come out and bore out the line and just get rid of the roots that grow in there. And you need to do that every year because they're trees and they'll just grow right back. So it's a little bit of an ongoing maintenance item, but I would say it's 100% worth it because it's absolutely beautiful in this community. A couple more highlights about Forest Lawn is they have great schools in here, high school, junior high, and elementary school. There is a massive park behind Fountain Park Pool, which is technically part of Forest Lawn as well. And there's a wide range of homes. Forest Lawn is actually the most affordable neighborhood on this list in this video today at an average sale price for single family of $420,000. There's also some decent townhomes in Forest Lawn, and over the last 6 months, those have averaged about $227,000. All right, we've stopped in a park, and I'm gonna get the drone up because I've been carrying around all day and I've barely used it. So I'm gonna show you what Forest Lawn looks like from the sky, and it does look like a forest. And it would not be a true trip to Forest Lawn without stopping by the Forest Convenience Market. If you watched my last neighborhood guide that I did in the winter, I stopped by and said hi to Vishnu. Super nice guy. If you're in Forest Lawn, he's got some of the best ice cream in the city. Let's see if he's working right now. Oh no, it's his dad working. Hello. I just wanted to shout out your business on my YouTube channel if you wanted to wave. Yeah, here, there we go. Vishnu's not here today? Okay, well, you have a great day. Thank you. So Forest Lawn has plenty of variety for houses for all budgets. It's actually the most affordable neighborhood in our video today, and there's lots of nice townhouses which I'm actually riding past right now. That's it for Forest Lawn. I'm gonna ride on back to my truck and make my way over to the next neighborhood, one of the most beautiful in St. Albert, Lacombe Park. See you there. Okay, sorry, I lied. We're not going to Lacombe Park yet. We're in Grandin right now, which is actually very similar to Forest Lawn. Not quite as a central of a location, but same beautiful big trees, older character bungalows, and a couple of fancy houses in here too. There's actually a decent amount of infills in Grandin also. Most of the homes in Grandin were built in the 60s and the 70s, and you'll find lots of bungalows, lots of updated older homes with beautiful generous sized yards, and the average price for a single family in Grandin is $459,000. There's also townhouses, like I said. The average price for those is $247,000, and you can even find some apartments in Grandin, average price being about $200,000 for those. All right, I'm gonna take you for a ride through Grandin. You can see what the streets and the houses look like, and then I'll drive you to the dog park here. We'll take a look at that, and then we'll go to Lacombe Park. Another reason why I put Grandin on this list is because there's tons of trails that wind through the neighborhood in here as well. And because it's an older neighborhood, the houses aren't really closely packed together. There's lots of open spaces. Like I said, generous sized yards. And we're just pulling up to the dog park in Grandin, so you can take a look at that. Grandin is one of the biggest neighborhoods in St. Albert, and so there's always houses for sale in here, and the houses range from a wide variety and budget ranges. So you'll be able to find something in your budget in Grandin. I can almost guarantee it. There's also some townhouses in here that are very affordable. Grandin being a little bit out of the central St. Albert location, it is close to Lions Park though, which is a beautiful park. And there's lots of parks inside of Grandin too. Before coming out here, I checked the map and I counted 11 total parks. Another big reason why Grandin made this list is because there's an outdoor pool in Grandin called Grosvenor Pool, and if you want to go and enjoy a nice dip in some cool water on a hot summer day, then you could check out Grandin Pool. I think it's $4.50 for kids and $7.25 for adults. It's managed by the city, kept really clean, and it's nice and open, full of sunshine. You'll definitely enjoy a summer day at Grosvenor Pool. All right, now we're in Lacombe Park, and Lacombe Park is beautiful. It also has nice mature trees, lots of parks. The Lacombe Lake Dog Park is connected to it, and there's a trail system running all the way through this neighborhood. Now, Lacombe Park is separated into two different neighborhoods technically. There's Old Lacombe with 70s and 80s houses, wide range of different styles and price ranges. And then there's Lacombe Park Estates. Lacombe Park Estates has big estate style luxury homes built in the 2000s, 2010s, and they're much more expensive, obviously, but there is two different parts of Lacombe. Right now we're in Old Lacombe, and I'm gonna take you through a ride so you can see the streets and the types of houses. The yards in Lacombe are very generously sized. Each lot is quite big, and there's lots of different character homes in here. Each one is a little bit different than the other. The average price in Old Lacombe is $489,000 for single family, and in Lacombe Park Estates, the big luxurious style home area, the average price in there is $740,000. And I'm just walking up right now to Lacombe Park Lake, which is actually stocked with fish, so you can fish in it. Dogs swim in it all the time. There's a dog park right next to it. It's a beautiful park, and I'll show you what it looks like. Now there's a walking trail that goes between Old Lacombe and New Lacombe, Lacombe Estates, that runs all the way from Deer Ridge over here, and I take my dog on a run some mornings, and we come down here to the dog park, and there are some houses in Lacombe Park Estates that actually back the dog park. I'll show you what they look like here. All All right, now we're in Lacombe Park Estates, and I'll take you through the streets, show you what everything looks like. There's some absolutely gorgeous homes in here. If I had the budget, this is where I would live in St. Albert. So if you have the budget, $800 to $1 million, then I recommend you check out Lacombe Park Estates. So right now I'm on the path that when I do take a run from my house to Lacombe Park Lake, this is the path that I take. It takes me like 30 minutes to run there, so I don't do it that often, but it is a beautiful run, nice and green, nature, and it's peaceful. I love it. And so this road that I'm on right here is probably the most beautiful crescent in all of Lacombe Park. It's called Lancaster Crescent. Beautiful homes, backing onto the trail, lots of them, lots of variety. I'll take you through a ride of this crescent so you can see just how beautiful it is. All right, so I just pulled up to the tennis and pickleball courts that the city of St. Albert just built not too long ago. They're almost brand new, they're beautiful. I'm gonna take you guys up in the drone so you can get a look at them, and then we're gonna end off at the neighborhood in St. Albert that has this one unique feature that no other neighborhood has. Last but certainly not least, I don't know if you noticed, but all of the other neighborhoods that we went to today were older neighborhoods, 80s, 70s, 60s even. And if you're more of a new construction type of buyer, then this neighborhood is gonna be for you. Right now, we are in Jensen Lakes. Jensen Lakes is a newer development on the north side of St. Albert. And when I was putting together this list, I thought, okay, we're focusing on the summer. I wanna make sure we include neighborhoods that have big, beautiful trees, nice parks, trails, all that stuff. And typically new developments don't have that. But Jensen Lakes has a lake with a private beach that's only available to residents of Jensen Lakes who are part of the HOA. And if you want to enjoy a nice summer day on the beach without leaving the city, Jensen Lakes is for you. Jensen Lakes is a gorgeous community, and there are a variety of different homes. There's estate homes like the ones that you're seeing behind me. There's regular detached single family homes, there's duplexes, there's row townhouses, and there's laned homes. So I'll try and take you on a tour of all the different types of streets so you can see what everything looks like. Keep in mind, being a newer development, there's gonna be lots of construction, there's gonna be lots of dirt everywhere. And so if you're buying in this neighborhood, you might have to put up with a few dirty windows and some loud noises for a couple of years while the neighborhood develops around you. But I'm sure that you'll be happy once everything's all complete, and that beach is gonna be pretty amazing to enjoy in the summertime. Jensen Lakes certainly is the highest price neighborhood that we've been to today. The average price for single family homes in Jensen Lakes is $608,000. But that doesn't mean that you can't get into Jensen Lakes if you're on a little bit more of a budget. Laned homes like the ones that you can see behind me here can be picked up for as little as $450,000 or $475,000. You can find duplexes for $450,000 to $475,000 as well. And then you can also get townhouses. They have some brand new, very nice townhouses that are going for around the $400K range here in Jensen Lakes as well. Now, of course, if you are a luxury buyer, this is also a great place for you. There's plenty of big, beautiful, amazing estate homes that are in the $800,000, $900,000, $1 million, $2 million range as well. So there's really something for everybody. All right, guys, well, that wraps up the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you are into new construction, look out for my next video. It's gonna be a new construction community guide for St. Albert, so be sure to subscribe for that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It took me all day to record it, and it was a beautiful day. I loved it, but I'd really appreciate the support. If you are looking to buy or sell a property in St. Albert or Edmonton, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. Until next time, cheers.